Ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here, back with more Let's Play Skies of Arcadia. And before I continue on to Nasir, now that we've beaten Baltor, I'm going to go back this way toward Sailor's Island, and I'm going to get a discovery that we have access to. And then I'm actually going to cut ahead to where I will be doing some grinding after I cut out this battle. Actually, no, I'm going to leave this battle in so you can see Drachma. But I do want to do a little bit of grinding to get a couple of spells, and there are a couple of items that drop in this area off of certain bad guys. So yeah, that's a thing that we want to do. Alright, so now that we've got Drachma in the party as well, we start off with 4 spirit, because the combined spirit of everyone's stats helps out. So we can actually just start aiming. We're going to aim for you, the Scorefly. He's new. But we're going to aim Alpha Storm at the farthest Thorkin, and it will hopefully hit more than one, and then we'll also have Drachma attack the Scornfly. So we can basically spam Alpha Storm every turn, which is why I actually want to do a little bit of grinding, because we now have the ability to do that without having to use all of our MP to grind. And we also get to see Drachma. I want to show off Drachma before, you know, I change his weapon, because I am going to upgrade his weapon after I do a little bit of grinding. So, and everyone's going to try to run away, and it's just not going to happen. And those guys will all die after another Alpha Storm. And yeah, that'll work. I do like Vice's new weapon and his new accessory. They help out a lot. And special attacks are skippable, so I'm just going to skip them for the most part. So, but everything's dead.
Serves him right.
And we get Drachma's ending when he completes a battle. So yeah, give me a second to get. We got a Morocco show. That's fine. So we're gonna come over here. This little island here, which is just north. If you look around, just north of Sailor's Island, and you can see our compass spinning, we find the guide stones. To the north, the imperial city of Valua, caution low visibility. To the east, the sand city of Nasirad, caution strong currents. To the west, Sailor's Island, caution too much loqua. Jokes. So that basically points us to where we need to go. So from here, if we go north, we go to Valua. If we go east, we go to Nasir, and if we go south, we go back to Sailor's Island. So give me just a second. Like I said, I'm going to cut ahead to a little bit of grinding, and then we will go to Nasrad. So 1 second. Alright, so we're back, and I've got level 9, and Drachma hasn't leveled up. He leveled to 13 after the last fight. But we got a couple of things. Aka now has a throwing blade. It's a drop from, I think, the giant fish that we fought in the Shrine Island, that one scripted fight. He can be found here. I'm pretty sure it came from him. I don't remember if it's him or if it's one of the Scornflies. Both of them were in that fight, but we found one there. So we got one of those. We also upgraded Drachma's weapon to the hook hand. We kept him with the Drachma shirt, mostly because the sailor uniform will decrease his defense but increase his magic defense, and really he's high enough level where we don't need to worry about it. We also have 2 moonberries, so we can learn Vice's next ability, we could learn Aka's next ability, or we could learn Drachma's second ability. Drachma focuses inward, doubling his spirit points and defending against attacks. That's actually kind of useful, but I'm going to save the moonberries for now. We're going to continue onward. I've gotten into a couple of random battles. If I get into any more, I will edit them out, because we don't really need to. But we should be here. This is the strait, and on the other side of this should be the Kingdom of Nasser. Yep. So once we get here, we'll get a scripted scene. Greetings, welcome home from the National Guard. And so he will escort our merchant friend the rest of the way, so that we actually don't have to enter their airspace. Not that they would mind, because they're not as dickish as valua, so not a big problem. And he thanks us for actually getting him here safely, you know, defeating a black pirate and everything, and we get his passport as a reward. We can finally get into valua with this. I keep changing the pronunciation. Valua, valua. May the red moon watch over you. Oh, well, thanks, I guess. So as you can see, obviously this is inspired by a desert-like nation, Middle Eastern, North African. All the nations here, or all the countries in this game are actually based off of, you know, concepts and romanticized versions of our age of exploration. So you had, you know, in the desert country, except in, you know, North Africa, you had the Mediterranean Sea, so you did have certain types of pirates there. So it is interesting how this version is comes from it. So with that, we can now go to Valua, which basically, if we go back most of the way we came and go around these mountains and ignore this fight in a second. Alright, so that was done, and Drachma learned Quicka, which is a second tier blue spell. So that's fantastic. And we can head over here and we see the yellow moon that we're starting to get into Valua airspace, and you can see the sky darkening and just generally looking creepy, and another fight, of course. Yay, random battles. Alright, and with that, Aika learned Quicka as well, so that's fantastic. And if we keep going this way, we should run into... yeah. We see the lights up there, and we have the cutscene. Valuan patrol ship. Beyond this point is the Valuan Empire. Show me your entry passport. And if we didn't have the passport now, he would just say, sorry, you don't have a passport, we can't let you enter, and turn you away. So you can't get too close, you just get into a scripted scene, and it would just kick you away. Alright, and from this point on, you really can't leave Valua. So make sure you have a save point here, because once you go through the gate, you can't leave until the story in Valua is done, which will take up a little bit of time. So if you wanted to do more grinding, I would suggest having a second save file. So, just as a heads up. And we're blinded by a light because they have giant spotlights. They kind of have to, because this is like Gotham City dark here. And we have the Grand Fortress. So Valua is basically surrounded by naturally impenetrable mountains. And so the one way in, they have made a giant gate. So there's really only one way in or out of this country, and it's through this gate. And during the Valua-Nasser War, over 100 Nasser warships bombarded this fortress for days. The fortress may be the strongest structure of the New World. I feel that there was a design flaw here, because it's one basically big door that, you know, pivots to open, so... I mean, it's giant, so any ship could go through it. I don't think there's a ship big enough to where it wouldn't fit through this entryway. But, you know, it still seems really weird. And also, those are cannons, so the door can completely flip around and basically anything in front of the gate can be shot at. So just keep that in mind. Fortress only opens once a day to allow ships to pass through. I really don't see how, unless they have, you know, really good pivoting. There's still, you know, a very wide angle that they wouldn't be able to shoot. I've heard there's one way out. Oh! There. Oh, that's pleasant to know. That's a little dark. No one's ever escaped because oh, Vice,
Let's
that's a little egotistical, Vice. Just saying. I really don't think you're going to change the outcome. Actually, we probably are, because, you know, he's a hero, and that's how things happen. So... yeah. Let's fly through the entrance and basically seal our own fate, because we now have a lot of like, how are we going to get out? Especially, you know, once we've rescued our friends, because it's not like we can just go out the front door. They're going to be expecting... You would imagine if prisoners were escaping, they would check ships on their way in or out, just to make sure. But... yeah, that's... oh, and another cutscene with Ramirez and Lord Galcian. Excellent, Smithers. And all of the other Armada admirals are here as well, so we get to meet all of the bad guys. This will be fun, won't it? Let me first offer my gratitude to each of you for coming so quickly. And we've captured a citizen of the Silver Civilization. Old Admiral, Large Admiral, Female Admiral, Creepy Kid Admiral. And we get to see their ranks. So Alfonso is first Admiral of the Armada. I found her first, but I lost due to my own incompetence. Gregorio, second Admiral of the Armada. He seems old and grizzled. He's kind of like a, you know, not as angry-looking version of Drachma. Vigoro, third Admiral of the Armada. And obviously, all he cares about is that she's a girl. Does she wear leather? I like my women wild and crazy. Fourth Admiral, Beliza. She's very shy and demure. And she's going to see the Empress. And De Loco, the fifth Admiral. I don't like De Loco. Mostly because he wears a fishbowl on his head. And he just wants the technology. He's we are going to have a lot of fun with De Loco, and by a lot of fun I mean I'm going to have a lot of fun pummeling his ass into submission. Search for the moon crystals. Gathering all 6 of the crystals from around the world. As for you, Alfonso... oh, really?
Huh?
You think that oh, really? They filled a full and accurate... oof. You didn't even make sure all of your people were dead. And so Alfonso has been relieved. At least there's some justice in Valua. Not a lot, but some. Some. Kinda happy about that. But this just means Alfonso is even more unhappy with us because we cost him his rank. So, we've just made a new enemy. The city is shrouded in eternal darkness due to constant thunderstorms. The upper city, which is apparently where all of the rich people live. The people of Valua are either very rich or very poor, and they hate each other. So the upper city is the rich people, and you can imagine the lower city is going to be the poor people. Where should we... we should probably go to the lower city. They're probably going to be a little more welcoming of people of our stature. I would only imagine. So... we get to go to the lower city. It just looks very run down. Now, yeah, we kind of got to save our friends. So, what do you think we should do? Let's meet back at the end when we're done, and Drachma really doesn't care about our plans. He's just gonna go do his thing. Alright, so we are now in the town, and we have a save point here. There's one item we can get right off the bat. There is a building, I think it's this one? Oh no, it's up those stairs. Pretty sure it's up these stairs. There are actually a lot of weird places here. No, that's the way I came up. I need to go this way. And... or is this it? I think this might be it. Let's see. No treasure chest in here. I thought it was this building. It might be this building, and I'm just in the wrong section. Or I'm completely getting lost. Not what I wanted to do. I hate the button menu for this game. I really do. Every other game, if you press start, it brings up your menu. This one, if you press start, it gets rid of your mini-map. Like, that just seems ridiculous. Alright, so we've been in there. Go up and down here. And then we'll go up this section, which I probably could have just walked around for. And see what's going on in here. It's a weapon and item shop. So yeah, I don't know where it is. Large building nearest the... Alright, I would imagine that it's this one, but apparently not. So, I'll see about finding it and figure out where it is off screen and then show you guys in a little bit. For now, I'm gonna go save, and I will see you guys in the next installment. So till then, later everyone.